Hello everybody, this is Sayin here, welcoming you back to part 2 of What Are the Saiyans Arrived Late. Now, I just want to say thank you all for the wait. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick at the moment, so my voice is going to sound a little bad, but this video mostly is non-scripted, so there's going to be some points where I do kind of go off script and just say really what comes to my mind, but other than that, most of the video is on a set script, but some parts aren't. You're gonna tell. This is probably gonna be my longest video yet. It's gonna be 12 minutes with intro and outro. So, I'm Omnitrix Saiyan, and I just want to give you guys a video, and thank you so much for your patience. To the human Z fighters, picking up power levels of 7,000, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin are more motivated to train here, so they keep up with Goku and Piccolo, so they would be strong enough to take on any threat without the help of Goku. The human Z fighters are training intensely alongside each other. We cut to Piccolo training intensely with a power level of 25,000 with weighted clothes, 30k without. Goku being on a power level of 20k with weights, and without weights he's at 25k. Future Gohan would arrive looking for his father as he flew to the Sun family household. Gohan would explain to his father who he is and his Saiyan origin. But the threat this time is the two Saiyans, that being Raditz and Vegeta. We cut to the future. The androids would still attack and kill the Z fighters, and Goku still dies. Future Gohan would fight the androids as normal, but this time the Saiyans would arrive. Raditz would arrive first, seeing a fight between 17 and 18 in future Gohan. Raditz would get curious, looking for his brother Kakarot, and would fly over there. 17 and 18 would see Raditz. They would get distracted, as Gohan is able to kill 18, and Raditz would kill Android 17. So Raditz would have the same conversation with Gohan that he did with Goku in canon. Gohan would let Raditz know that his father is dead due to a heart virus. He'd also let him know that he's a half-breed. Raditz would offer Gohan the same deal that he gave Goku in canon. Gohan would decline as Raditz tries to fight, as Gohan used a little bit of strength he had left due to the declining ki to blind Raditz and flee. The next 3 years before Gohan comes to the past, Gohan has managed to kill Raditz in a desperate move with a Super Kaioken that destroyed his arm. Bulma would still build a time machine. Let's cut back to the main story. Goku and future Gohan and present Gohan would fly up to the lookout. Kami would call the human Z fighters, so Kami would tell the group about the threats of the androids, as future Gohan would tell the group about the Saiyan threat. And Goku suggests the time chamber, but Kami would also agree. And also suggest Goku go into King Kai's planet. Kami had asked King Yemen to let Goku run Snake Way as a favor, so Kami would teleport Goku to the other world, so Goku would begin to run Snake Way. Kami would arrive back on the lookout. He'd use the Dragon Balls to summon Shenron and supply extra food and extra water for 3 years. Gohan and Piccolo would go in together as the human Z fighters would go in together. So 3 years later, let's discuss power levels. Goku, with 3 years of training on King Kai's planet, would have mastered the Spirit Bomb and is also able to use Kaioken at levels above what he could in canon. That can also level the Masters of Super Saiyan without any drain. I say he's stronger than his canon counterpart at this point, but by a little bit. I'd say he's weaker than his Mastered Super Saiyan 4 counterpart, but he's weaker than Super Saiyan 2. King Kai will also teach him Kai. Now we cut to Earth. The human Z fighters got immensely stronger, being league stronger than their canon counterparts. The human Z fighters will be on the level of Super Saiyan Android Vegeta. From the canon story, Gohan and Piccolo are immensely stronger. Piccolo trained alongside Gohan. He trained him to get Super Saiyan at Goku's request, seeing it from future Gohan. So that fateful day arrived. 19 and 20 would be destroying cities, as Dr. Gero would find Yamcha, and Gero and Yamcha's fight would go like in canon. Even with a stronger Yamcha, I think Gero would still have the chance to absorb his energy. Goku would have taken the medicine on King Kai's planet, because he had to run Snake Way. He couldn't afford to get the heart virus while running Snake Way. So Gohan would fight 20 and Piccolo would fight Dr. Gero. So Gohan would defeat 19 and Piccolo would end up killing 20 without Goku being there to stop him. Future Gohan would still beat the androids and survive Cell. He had gone back by this point. I kind of forgot to mention that. That was my bad. So no android 17 and 18, Goku would be confused, as Piccolo and present Gohan explains that these aren't the androids. So Gohan would ask Goku for a spar, as Goku would go Super Saiyan. He unlocked it about hearing about it due to the threat of the Saiyans of the androids from future Gohan. He would have traded harder at King Kai's planet than he can. I'd say future Gohan would come back for a little bit just to explain everything, kind of let his father know about the threat of the androids, but Gohan would go back knowing that the past is safe and he will return. Gohan would kill Vegeta and Nappa, so future Cell Soul arrived, absorb Android 17, Android 17 and 18 becoming perfect. The Z Fighters would sense Perfect Cell's key, and goes knowing it they can't win, and Cell, still realizing he can win easily, announces the Cell Games. So the training arc for the Cell Games begins. Future Gohan would arrive back and flies to the lookout looking for the Z Fighters. Future Gohan would arrive on the lookout as Bulma is giving out new gis inspired by Master Roshi's. Goku would explain to Future Gohan the threat of Cell as he agrees to stay to help. Goku, Gohan, and Future Gohan would go in first, Goku not having to teach Gohan Super Saiyan. They mastered the Super Saiyan form. I forgot to mention it earlier, but Piccolo had trained Gohan due to Goku's request to unlock Super Saiyan. Just forgot to mention that. Anyway, back to the story. So, let's see. Also, he would also teach present Gohan the Kaioken while in the time chamber. Future Gohan would show off Super Kaioken to Goku in the time chamber, learning it from him before he died. So Goku and Gohan and Future Gohan would exit the time chamber. All three had mastered Super Saiyan. So Piccolo and the humans would go in, bring in extra water for Piccolo. So the humans and Piccolo learned Kaioken from what little Goku had taught him during his training. So the next 10 days consist of training and getting stronger to fight Cell. So the day of the Cell Games arrived. So Goku's and Cell's fight would go like in canon, but a bit easier for Goku since Goku's a lot stronger, a little bit stronger. I'm going to say a lot stronger in this timeline than he usually is by this point. So like normal, Goku gives up and lets Gohan fight, but future Gohan decides to step in for his present counterpart, wanting to show off his power. So that fight would go like present Gohan and Cell's did in canon. When Cell tries to explode, Goku would still teleport to sacrifice himself away against Cell. When Cell would come back, he'd kill Krillin. Both Gohans would end up getting enraged, seeing the death of their friend Gohan hitting hard, especially since he already had lost Krillin once and wasn't able to save him. But now he lost him again, still couldn't save him. Gohan, with the rage of a half Saiyan, would power up in Super Saiyan 2, beginning to fight Cell, as both Gohans would start to demolish Cell. They both would begin to fire a Kamehameha, like in canon, between Cell and Gohan's Kamehameha clash. Yamcha would hit Cell with a spirit ball, distracting him long enough for the Sun family to kill Cell. So the fight ends like it does in canon, with the future and present father-son Kamehameha. Future Gohan would go to leave, telling his younger self to keep up with his training due to the threat of the Saiyans. Goku will still remain dead. Let's go over the 7-year time skip. Gohan trains harder. He's still in high school. Gohan is stillborn. He trains with Piccolo and the human Z Fighters. Now, let's see what Vegeta's up to. Now, let's cut back to Vegeta. We see Vegeta training alongside Nappa and Raditz. During that time, Vegeta unlocks Super Saiyan. Getting ahead of his ego, he pushes Nappa and Raditz to unlock the same form. For the 3 Saiyans, one unlocks up Super Saiyan Grade 3. Raditz and Nappa would go look for Frieza, as Vegeta, not wanting to waste his time, would send those two. First, they make their way to Yardrat after following the Ginyu Force. Vegeta and Frieza's fight would go like Goku and Frieza did in canon. We cut to Vegeta throwing Frieza around like a rag doll. This would push Frieza into 100% as Vegeta was excited, so he decided to go into his Grade 3 form and kill Frieza right there. He shot a Galley gun while Frieza shot a ball of energy onto the core of Yardrat. Vegeta and the rest would escape. Vegeta and Raditz and Nappa would head to another planet to train, as Raditz thinks now it's time to head to Earth to collect his brother. So the next 3 years would go to Saiyan, unless Vegeta and the Saiyans would master Super Saiyan and unlock Super Saiyan 2. Goku would end up unlocking Super Saiyan 3 like in canon. So the Saiyans arrived 3 years before the Buu Saga. This is before Gohan starts high school, before the growth spurt, about 4 years before the So in the 4 years before the arrival of the Saiyans in canon, so pretty much that same time frame. The humans have gotten stronger with higher levels of Kaioken, but Yamcha has mastered it. Yamcha can use the Kaioken for longer amounts of time without strain on his body. He is as strong as Canon Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta at this point, so Raditz arrives on Earth like in canon. Him and Piccolo's encounter goes like normal. I think Raditz ends up beating Piccolo, since, Super Saiyan. Just, Piccolo would end up charging his ki, alerting the Z Fighters to his location. Gohan and the rest of the Z Fighters would arrive, so let's discuss strength. Goku and Vegeta are about at the same level by this point. Yamcha is the 3rd strongest, Gohan being the 2nd strongest, and Tien, Krillin being right underneath that benchmark that Yamcha's at. So let's cut back to the main story. Nappa would charge in at Piccolo as Raditz fights Krillin and Tien, and Yamcha and Gohan would fight Vegeta. Vegeta and Gohan would clash. Gohan would kick Vegeta into a mountain, and Yamcha was fired a Spirit Ball at the Saiyan Prince. He'd power up in the Super Saiyan. Krillin would fire the Kaioken-powered Solar Flare, binding the three Saiyans, as he fired a Destructo Disc, killing Nappa. Piccolo would power up into Kaioken as Raditz powered up into Super Saiyan. As Krillin and Tien would join Piccolo to jump Raditz, they begin to jump Raditz. Back to the fight with Vegeta and Gohan. Both will be on equal footing as Gohan and Vegeta power up into Super Saiyan 2 as Gohan begins to fire a Kamehameha alongside Yamcha at Vegeta while he fired his own Kamehameha. Yamcha would push his Kaioken, able to overwhelm Vegeta, but destroying his body. So Vegeta would be injured. He would tell Raditz to retreat, and he would drag Nappa's dead body, and they would leave. So the fight would end with the Z Fighters being victorious over the Saiyans. For now, Goku would contact Gohan and ask him to tell Vegeta and Raditz to stay on Earth due to him wanting a strong fight and wanting him to turn them into good people. Gohan makes the offer to Vegeta and Raditz, telling Vegeta that he will get a fighter stronger Saiyan named Kakarot, and telling Raditz he will get to meet his baby brother. Both agree as Bulma takes on the Capsule Corp. So Goku would arrive. I'd say he'd fight Raditz first, beat him with Super Kaioken, and the fight with Vegeta would go the same as canon. The Z Fighters would help Goku, at this time beating Vegeta. The day is saved. On a far distant galaxy, the god of destruction Beerus wakes up, getting the prophecy about the Super Saiyan God. As out in space, another member of Frieza's family, Cooler, would come to learn what has happened to his brother. And that's the video, guys. My name is Omnitrix Saiyan. I just want to give you guys some background. I've been busy with college. Recently got a job, so I've been super busy. I haven't really been able to have time to post videos, but I've been wanting to upload this for a while. I thought I'd give you all just a video. I have some new series. I have one written right now that I'm about to produce after this one's finished. I have a lot of What If minis that I have written, but I haven't recorded yet. I have a lot down that I want to do, but other than that, I'm Omnitrix Saiyan. Thank you guys so much for your patience and your time. Other than that, guys, I'm out. Watch the video, watch my other videos, and let me know how you guys liked my last video. Other than that, I'm Omnitrix Saiyan. Goodbye, guys.